What is going on? What is going on? What is going on, party people? It's your boy, Coach D Brown, former big leaguer, former first round pick with the Kansas City Royals. And man, we are back, man. And man, I wanted to hit up and give a little shout out to my boy Bobby, man, and Bobby Scales from yesterday, man, with an awesome show, man. You heard his story and his about his perseverance and what it took to just to make it, man, and um which is it just goes without showing, man, that um again, you guys always hear about the good parts and the guys that make it and watching on TV, and you know how hard it is. But when you hear a story like that, you really truly understand how hard it is to make it to the major leagues. And everybody's story is different, no doubt about it. But it is a struggle, and it is real, and you got to have a lot of mental toughness, all right, in anything you do in any walk of life, but especially when it comes to professional sports and making it to the top, even if it's one day, 10 years, 20 years, or retiring as a Hall of Famer, all right. It is extremely tough to make it. And so shout out to my boy Bobby, and I know how much he uh, enjoyed speaking, and he woke up and texted me this morning, was telling me how much he enjoyed coming on there and just sharing his story and helping parents and guys out. And I wanted to kind of piggyback off of what he was talking about, and always try to give a little reference to what's going on in my own life, right? And just different people who I speak with on a normal basis. And today's message is real cool, and it's no doubt, Jansen. Shout out to my boy Jansen, man. Yeah, no doubt. It was a dope show. I'm trying to get Lonnie Murray to come on. I'm trying to get her to, show her face. I try to reach out to her. Hopefully she can get on, have a little agent love over here. And I've tried to talk to a couple of agents and all of that, but it'd be good to get her on here. Um, kind of expand. I've talked to Nadine. I was trying to get to Ricky, my boy Ricky Weeks too. He trying to get him on and talk about his experience in Major League Baseball and playing multiple years and being a high round pick out of an HBCU. Jacob, what's up, family? And you know, just share his story. Everybody's story is different. That's what you always hear. Everybody in life have a story, but in baseball, we always say, when people start complaining or people are talking about this and that, just think about that. When a baseball player comes complaining to Bobby about not getting a fair chance or what the organization thinks about them and how tough it is and all of that. Think about when they come to talk to him about, their problems and what what he's going to tell them. You know what I'm saying? So, that's the baseball world is just basically, it's all about, everybody has a story, right? So, I wanted to kind of talk about, piggybacking off of Bobby and talking to, how you guys know that he got cut as a freshman, made a JV as a sophomore and spent 2 years of varsity uh, and on round two, number two this Friday. And on to round two this Friday. All right, what up, Bubba? What's good, man? All right, we need to reach out to you. I know you called me the other day. I got to reach out, see what's going on, with my boy TJ, man. So shout out to you, Bubba. Um, yeah, man. One of the messages I had today was about peaking. All right, peaking so early. My boy Nee is better. D. We'll see you in Waco. Appreciate it, Eric, man. I look forward to meeting you guys down there in Waco. All right, shout out to everybody that's coming down next weekend to Waco, Texas for um, my final location of 2020 showcase next month. And you know, what I'm saying, it's one of Oscar. What's up, family? All right, and so shout out to everybody that's coming. Make sure you sign up for Waco. I will be posting and getting more information as we get closer to the showcase next weekend. It'll be the last one of 2020, and look forward to going back down to Big Texas next weekend and having a great showing out there. It will be fun. So shout out to my people out there in Waco. All right, the link to sign up, I'll put it back up there. I keep forgetting to do that. We have so many different topics and stuff that's been going on. But also, the if you are interested, I know some of you guys have already posted and said interested. Great. But if you're interested in that free webinar, I will start putting out that link next week. But that free webinar on how to pick the best travel ball organization, that's going to be December 8th on 8 p.m. Eastern if you want information on that, just write in the comment section interested, and I will get that link out to you for that webinar on Friday, December 8th, 8 p.m. Eastern. All right, it's Tuesday. Okay, so if you're interested in that, give me a little message, shoot me a message. All right, so let me hit this up, man. And I was DeAndre, good deal, man. I'll send you that information out, DeAndre. All right. One of my messages to, more, I ain't gonna say one. My message for today, I was just talking about peaking too early, right? And timing is everything when it comes to this. Yeah, I got you, bro. I got you, Bubba. I figured that. All right. Good luck to you guys, man, out there in Montgomery. So, talking about peaking and timing is everything in this baseball world. So I was, piggybacking off of what Bobby said yesterday, and I was talking to a parent earlier today, and we were talking about opportunities that was coming, and when you peak, all right, how important is it? When you get into this, this youth baseball space, a lot of times, many of times, the people who are shout out to my boy Ross. I'll get that information out to you. All right. Should be by tonight. I'll get that information out to you tonight, definitely by tomorrow morning. All right. Just got the group lined up. So you get that link out. So the beauty of youth baseball, you have this time frame, right, between that 13, usually like the 13 and 15-year-olds, when you start seeing guys really start separate themselves from the youth baseball fields to 60, 90 and above. I mean, well, 50, 54, 80 and 60, 90 and above. You start seeing the separation of talent, right? And the ones who end up always usually kind of like winning out early are the ones that kind of grow faster, mature faster, hit the ball further, faster, and all that. That's because of maturity level that's hit them early, right? And sometimes, they get the love so fast. They get the D1 offers. They get, they're on the specialized teams and all of that because they mature faster than the rest, okay? And what happens is a lot of parents, a lot of players, and all get discouraged on watching the other kid who's all is just God has blessed him earlier than most people, all right, than most kids, I should say, and he's able to, use that strength and talent on the field and excel at a higher rate than, the teammate or the person next to him. Okay. So what happens, everybody's always in competition, just, subconsciously and without even knowing or even knowing that you're always in competition, even though it's not cool to compete and and compare talent and with students or your kids, anything like that. I have this conversation all the time with my own family, and I see it because I've been around the sports world. And if you ever been around a sports world, you understand that 13, 14, 15, certain kids are just mature faster and they're good. You know what I'm saying? They're really, really good. But then you see them at 16, 17, they kind of pan out. They kind of like hit a ceiling, hit a wall faster, meaning their plateau is right here already. And then you got this kid that's kind of mediocre, gangly or athletic or just not showing enough, but he keeps working and everything kind of grows together. And then all of a sudden, boom, he peaks at the right time. And then it's always like, yo, I didn't see that coming. You hear the coaches and you hear the parents and you hear, his teammates and all that. Yo, I remember so-and-so when he was this, he wasn't that, and all of that. But all that happened is that his blessings, his strength, his maturity level, his athletic ability all peaked at the right time. All right. What happens is, and with the 13 and 14-year-old who matures and peaks at a high level early, they plateau out. So they may be throwing 90, 92 at 14, 15, and everybody's oohing and ahhing, and you just think and hope that it keeps increasing in miles per hour, which sometimes it does, and most times it doesn't. All right. And then he hits that ceiling, and then you already got a ready-made player. So, that's that whole draft, that whole scouting where you don't know, is he going to get better or is he kind of plateaued out? And when you see, especially in the South, right? I'm not here to dog the South, but when you see in the South, when you hear players, I remember my first time I ever started really getting around the youth baseball space, it was this pitcher. And this high school, he was really, really good, man. He was 88 to 92 with a sink, slider, good sized kid. And I was just like, yo, this kid could really play. and he was getting D1 offers, and I was just looking at the dad like, yo, no pro scouts is coming around you, like, and your kid? And he was like, nah, not really, D. I was like, really? And I'm talking about the kid had movement, not just the velo. 88 to 92 is good, you know what I'm saying? And enough to garner attention. And I was like, but he had the movement. He understood how to pitch. And I was just like, yo. And then I was very surprised to find out that he wasn't getting little to nothing on the draft wise out of high school. And he was a senior balling. I mean, he could really pitch. And, you know, he was like 6'1", 6'2", good sized kid. And his dad was like, no love. But he got a D1 offer, went and then balled out for 3 years at Arkansas State, where he ended up becoming a reliever and throwing 97, 98, right? And he ended up getting drafted in the 7th round, still throwing 97, 98. He ended up getting hurt this past season. But I was just like, you know, before he even got drafted, I would ask these scouts and that are friends of mine, and I'm like, why is a kid like that throwing 88 to 92 down here, you know, not getting no draft love? Like, you know, what's going on with that? But if he was to throw 88 to 92 up north, you know, I mean, my high school teammate was throwing like that, and he got drafted in the 3rd round. That was years earlier, but, you know, even if a kid was throwing, you know, 88 to 90 consistently up north, I would feel like we'll get a lot of love. Down here, he wasn't getting no love from the draft. Body was good sized kid, threw hard. And I was just like, why is he not getting no love? Why is he having to go to school? And what they said was like, because of the ball that's played down south, they play a lot of ball that they worry with these type of kids if they already hit their ceiling. Meaning they don't know if they're going to get no better because they play so much ball that they already, what you see is probably, you know, what you're going to get. Now, this kid obviously had more in the tank, and I could look back and be like, damn, I could see that. Why, you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody took a chance on him out of high school. Just if he's throwing 97 in college, he could have been throwing 97 for a professional team and maybe knocking on the door to the major leagues right now and not having to spend 3 years in college. Okay, but that was his journey. It is what it is. But what I noticed was, you know, you got the 13 and 14-year-old on the youth baseball level that's, you know, boom, you know what I'm saying, is hitting the ball harder than everybody, throwing harder than everybody, and excelling, and everybody wants him on a team here and there. But the kid that maybe not so much, a little bit smaller in size, not necessarily cracking the ball over the fence right now, but all of a sudden he gets 16, 17 and just blossoms into a real ball player. Everybody's like, where did this come from? He was this, he was that. But the kid that's 13, 14, not saying he's a scrub, but he just kind of plateaued out. He ain't throwing much harder. You know, everybody's kind of, you know, catching up to him with size and all of that. The kid start, you know, the one that was so good is starting to kind of get in his feelings. And everybody's like, oh, he used to be this and he used to be that. All right, God's plan is always for somebody, you know, here and there. But I see it a lot. I was talking earlier and to mom, and I was, you know, a lot of things is coming to this kid, and the reason is he's peaking at the right time. You know what I'm saying? And now the attention is there now, and people are like, damn, I remember him when he was this, and I remember that. But it was meant to be here, where now, you know what I'm saying, the growth done hit, the mindset done hit, the athletic ability done hit, and now all of that is coming to it, where the kid maybe, you know, some of his teammates were 14, 15 years old, balling and getting offers and stuff, and you know what I'm saying, it's hard to sit back and be like, damn, man, you know, I wish that was me, no doubt about it. All right, but now the attention is there, and who's to say that he won't go higher than the kids that committed to a D1 school as a 9th and 10th grader. All right, peaking at the right time is everything. And sure enough, it's the same thing when it comes to evaluating players for travel ball. And I'm gonna get into this when I talk about this, because a lot of organizations are quick to get rid of, you know, kids that are not necessarily those 13, 14-year-old kids that, you know, everybody's going to think, oh, about 13, 14, you know what a kid can do here and there. Yes and no. All right. Yes and no. All right. He may not be ready for the big time, you know, travel all over the country type travel teams, but he may be 13, 14 and can play. You know what I'm saying? Who could really, really play. But sometimes these organizations give up on kids so fast and be like, you know what I'm saying, he ain't got it and whatever, instead of coaching them up, and then you reap the benefits when the kid grows into his body and becomes good and all of that. Not the B or C type organization that benefits in them. Now you come calling back, but those parents and stuff, you know what I'm saying, you better remember that, you know what I'm saying, when your kid was so and you ain't get that damn love that you wanted, you know what I'm saying. Don't go back running to that organization now that you tried out 2 or 3 years earlier, and you may not be ready. He gonna give you all type of, he just wasn't ready at the time. Now he's ready. Let's come on here and there. Nah, like this ain't the majors. This ain't the major leagues and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like we're a travelable organization that's sitting there going to, give you the judge, the judge and jury and being like, well, he ain't quite ready for this and all of that. All right. And again, you may not be ready for that, high level team as a 13, 14-year-old. All right. But don't go and crawl it back to that damn, what's up, J. Maya? What's going on, man? All right. Robert, man, I'll send that link out to you guys. All right. I'll send that information out to you. All right. But what happens is you go ahead and you come crawling back, you know what I'm saying, to that organization who cut you and didn't want you and all of that when you good, man, that's that fair weather stuff. All right. You want to be with that team that are ride or die, you know what I'm saying, that saw something in you, or you may not have been all of that, and but they took a chance on you, and now you come into your own, and now you reap the benefits. And it's always like, it's kind of funny, like it's always like evaluated. And listen, I've been wrong many of times, all right, many of times on players, okay. But as long as to me, if you have that 1-2 and you want to play, you know what I'm saying, and Coach Eaton, I talked to your buddy Chip Everett. Good, man. Good, Coach Eaton. I think I think that would benefit my boy over there. All right. Hopefully y'all work something out, Coach Eaton. All right. Let me know, man. Listen, man. What's up, Brian? What's up, him? You have given me and the rest of us so much valuable information. I can confidently say we will be prepared early since my son is a 2026 grad. Thank you so much. No doubt, Brian. All right. No doubt about it. All right. That's what I'm here, man. Just wanted to understand how this, kind of give you my little 2 cents. Again, I'm not the judge and jury at all, big picture, but I've been around the game for a long time. I understand the evaluation process on different levels. I see what I see. All right. Being in and around the game with kids and understanding from my own personal experience and teammates of mine who were sold this and sold that early and then fizzled out as a junior, senior, and kids that were so-and-so, couldn't play much and all of that, but all of a sudden they kind of grasp it and get it. You know what I'm saying? That's the beauty of this game. You know what I'm saying? That's the beauty of this game. So, Michon, no doubt, man. All right. Joe, what's up, family? No doubt. What's going on? What's going on? All right. What's up with my boy Dorset, too? All right. You must be wifey. All right. Nice to meet you. All right. I love Jalen and Dorset. Good people. Good to meet you, Michon. I guess it's Michon. All right. Gotta meet you one day in person, okay? But shout out to my boy Dorset and Jalen. But that's the whole purpose of this whole thing. That's why people get so overlooked and pass over somebody so fast where they don't kind of really see the big picture on this thing. When you take that 13, 14-year-old that's not ready, you know what I'm saying? You train them up. That's what it is. Like, travelable organizations, sometimes they just lazy, man. You know how easy it is to kind of, now you got to position yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to position yourself, but you know how easy it is to go ahead and just pluck the best kids and put them out there and promise that you're going to put them out there and to the world and Brenda, what's good? What's good? I gotta talk to his son. I promise you, I meant to do that earlier today. I know you're gonna kill me, but I'll get to your son today. I promise you, all right? But my whole big picture with this travel board thing, right? Do you know how easy it is, right? And I'm gonna harp on this too about you picking the right travel organization, right? But think about that. Like, how easy is to pick an all-star team? Yeah, it's hard to coach them up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, all you're doing is coaching egos on that aspect of it, and parents. You know what I'm saying? You basically, making sure that the parents understand the big picture, and you're coaching egos when you get to picking the best kids. All right, but that's a lazy man's approach to this travel ball industry, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I keep talking about this. When it comes to you parents, you guys hold the assets, which is the kids. And sometimes you guys don't understand that. You get it backwards. You get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? You crawl into that organization thinking that organization is going to, put you in the right light and put you here and put you there. When ultimately you're the kid is talented enough, you're going to get seen. You're going to get the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? I know times is different in it, but right now in this day and age, it's super easy to get easier than more than ever. All right, to get noticed and seen. Easier. And I run showcase and I see. All right. Now, coaches pulling the triggers on kids here and there, that's about relationships and stuff like that. But as far as exposure to those coaches, easier than ever. Everybody perfect game, PBRs, scouts, here and there. They're lazier, but it's still with Twitter and everybody on Twitter. Everybody and their mother is in Twitter, Instagram, everything. You know what I'm saying? So it's easy to get in front of a coach's eye or two for them. Now, as far as them pulling trigger is a little different. All right. My point being, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got to wait for no damn travel ball organization and here and there to promise you this and promise you this and get you here and get you there. All right. So, case in point, again, I'm talking about a personal story here and there, right? But I'm over here. The dead period being extended to you. Recommend going to these camps starting in January. Yes. With the dead period extending to you, recommend. Let me get this question. Yes. With that period being extended, do you recommend going to these camps in January? Yes. I have to find out who's saying that, but yes, whoever had wrote that message, quickly. All right. Sign up for it if they have them. You need to, no doubt about it. All right. Yes. So Sadiq was good. Mike was good. Mike, I appreciate that. What you sent. Sharice was good. Was good. All right. And this is let me get over here. All right. So, but yeah. So answer. I can't find that page where that message is. But yeah, get to that. Yeah, with the dead period being extended, if they're opening up the doors in January. I'm trying to position a couple of my kids that's in my recruiting program to get themselves ready, coming from up north, down south, or vice versa, whatever, if these schools have these camps. Okay, so today is a National Signing Day, all right, for 2021s, and has the dead period been extended to 4/1/20? All right, that's a good question, Greg. I have not heard that yet. It may listen. A lot of times you guys tell me, all right, but I have not found that out yet. I have not. I thought it was. I don't think it's been anything committed. I don't think anything's been set in stone yet about pushing it past January. But I know UT Knox, University of Tennessee, and all of that is kind of waiting to figure out what camp wise they're going to do. If the doors open, they're going to be ready to have a camp right away. I know so many schools are kind of being in that position too. So I haven't heard no different for at least the last 2 weeks. Let me put it like that. So things could change. I don't know, Greg. So I'll find that out for you, brother. All right. Jansen says, but to answer your question, yes, go to the camp if you're able to. All right. I'm sure the D1 schools now, they're going to go and start opening up the door. They're still going to sign their 2021s if they still have any money left for the spring signing period. But as of today is the signing day for division. For college, and national signing day for early period for 2021s. All right. So congratulations to those people those kids that are signed. Official becomes official today, not just some number in the sky. So, but anyway, Chancey said travel ball is all about making that bread. Yeah, I mean, it is. It's a business. It is a business. I ran travel teams. All right. And it's a business. I hate to say it's a personal, I was trying to, get teams and I'm still up in the air about still doing travel teams myself, you know what I'm saying, on a bigger scale in different locations, you know what I'm saying? But, mine is different. My end goal of this is not necessarily to have 20, 30 teams in one particular city and have that be my main business. Mine is to have multiple teams in multiple cities across the country. So now when I run a showcase, I have ready-made audiences. That's my end goal. You know what I'm saying? Is to have travel teams. So when I go to Texas or I go to wherever and run a showcase, I already know some of my teams will be there. You know what I'm saying? That's my end goal. All right. Bubba says 4/21 is being discussed as extended dead period is what I'm hearing too. Yeah. I mean, listen, man, it's going to get real, man. Who was I talking to? I'm not even talking about college. I was talking about my pro side, and they were talking about we don't know what we're going to do in the spring. It's like it's on the pro side of things, and it's that's still extremely up in the air, especially with the cases going up and stuff. So, listen, man, it's real out there. All right, it's real out there. Miami kid. All right, right, Robert. Shout out to Florida, man. All right, South Florida. Yo, so listen, man. I wanted to make sure that. All right, Deborah. What's up, Deborah? Chad, what's good? I wanted to hit that message today, based on the couple conversations, based off of my Bobby's great interview we had about peaking and getting cut from high school team, and he got his own Michael Jordan story, right? Being cut from the high school team and not make as a freshman, and making it playing JV as a sophomore, and playing varsity, and as junior and senior, and walking on in Michigan, learning how to switch hit the summer going into his freshman year in Michigan, and just persevering, man. That's perfect example of peaking at the right time. You know what I'm saying? It just is happening. As he was walking on at Michigan, he peaked at the right time. But on the flip side, I learned the lesson. You had the education to get into the Michigans. You know what I'm saying? So you have to watch that too. All right. If you watch the show and your child plays in college, assigned to a college, inbox us a picture with the school so we can share it to the listeners and let us know where your child is playing in college. Yes, that'd be a great. That'd be that. I'm always up to hear stories. Man. Who did I talk to? Yeah, I talked to her mom, one of the listeners yesterday. She her kid got an offer from a D1 program. Nice. He's a 2022 though, young kid, but 2022, no 2023. I can't remember. 2023 now, I think. I can't remember. But anyway, yeah. So that's a great. Hey, if you have any stories about you signing, especially in this today signing period, and you want to come on the show, if you know anybody that would love to come on and share their story about being signed and the recruitment process and all of that. That's what this platform is, to share stories. All right. So, I love to talk about that and share your story and have you on the show. So, if you have committed and signed a letter of intent this past November, or, have committed somewhere, holler at me and let's get you on the show. Okay. Speaking of the show, I have some really good things shaking in the past, and I wanted to kind of get in this. This is going to be my title today, but I switched to speaking. But it's all about networking out here. Many of you I've known behind the scenes and talked to, and hope for many more of you guys I get the chance to meet. This show will go to the next level with all my heart. I truly believe in the next 2 to 3 months it will, if not sooner, take it to the next level. I'm behind the scenes. I've really been going hard at changing up a lot of things with this show. It's a long time coming, no doubt about it. But man, I'm really excited about what's coming up in the next month or two with this show of mine. And what's up? The OCB Keenan Spence is headed to Texas Tech from Australia. Yeah. That'd be great if I know, is he a 2021 or 2022, Len? I think it's 2022, right? Either way, it'd be cool to get that love out there all the way from Australia. I know we're doing a lot of things out there, and I've seen Keenan's tape. He can play, and so that would be dope. All right, that'll be dope, Len. So hit me up. Nothing is travel ball, but we know the pockets are being padded. Great ball. I would hope in the future the Rawlings, Mizunos, etc. could pay for the underprivileged kids. Yeah, no doubt about it. Len, yeah, definitely, man. Let's go. Bring, that'll, message me, man. Let's talk, man. Bring you on tomorrow, the next day or so. That'd be a great, man. And like I said, I've seen film on your son, so I know he can play. All right, so reach out to private message me. Let's set it up, man, the next day or two, and we'll do this all the way from Australia, man. All right, get my people from Australia as we're leading up to the showcase. That would be perfect as we lead up to the showcase on December 7th. All right, December 12th. All right, December 12th. So yeah, so Lynn, private message me. Let's do this. All right, but back to Jance's message. Major League Baseball is a lot of things working behind the scenes where this is definitely coming into play, where you already got the RBI programs and stuff, and but a lot of things are shaking off in the next, it's definitely being in the works where a lot of underprivileged kids will be, having the opportunity to play. Right now it's country club. You know what I mean? It's a country club sport, and a lot of money is being spent, and not a strong return. But yeah, travel ball, I'm not here to dog it because it's pretty much the norm right now. I'll be barking and talking against the wall, but I could definitely pick holes at, how it's being done and how you need to choose the right organization. That's why I want to do this free webinar to talk about it. Okay. And what you need to know, what you need to understand, what you need to have expectations of these travel ball clubs. Okay. I know some people are going to get upset with me. I know people are going to, hold me accountable, and because I ran travel teams, and so stuff that I've seen personally that I wish I've done different. Things that, I was on the verge of doing. All right. But things that I see that's incredibly wrong, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna expose all of that, man, when I talk about how to pick the right organization when it comes to this travel ball. All right. Man, I'm really, really excited to talk about this and just give you guys information. I know I was talking about recruiting, but this is for all ages, 8, 9, 10 years old, you know what I'm saying? And on up. All right. This travel ball thing is for real. And ultimately, depending on the type of team that you choose, it really can go for all. You can spend thousands of dollars and be left literally holding a bag, or a bag of nothing, or just money being spent. So definitely, I look forward to talking about that and just kind of keeping it 100 with you guys. All right. So anyway, no doubt, Didi, I'm looking forward to speaking about it. Can it, with the dead period being extended, you recommend it? Hey, can I find that page? All right, cool. Javier, what's up, family? All right, William, what's good? I will definitely send this stuff out to you guys, man, that's interested. All right, so I would love to have MLB rep be on there and the webinar with me, because I know that they're doing some good things, man, in the background. It just hasn't been launched all the way yet. And I think the age groups are going to be kind of spilled out a little bit, but it's going to be a lot of opportunities, especially for minorities. When it comes to this travel ball thing, I've been hearing a lot of good things in the background. But leading up to that, and to kind of, expose, the good, bad, and ugly of this travel ball thing, man. I just, it's youth baseball, youth sports in general, but baseball, man, Lord have mercy. Some of these things, man, I'm here in Atlanta, man, I'll be seeing these prices. I'll be seeing, and I don't want to spill the beans and talk junk on some of these guys, because this is their livelihood. And I don't mind if you spend a good amount of money on travel, on a team, on an organization, that they're doing things right. You know what I'm saying? And I've talked about this too, and I'm going to go a lot deeper into this, and it could go in there, but, you got exposure, all right, you got development, right, and you got winning, all right, and you got to find that organization that, at least 2 out of the 3, all right. Development needs to be the first and only thing you need to be worrying about. All right. Development is not 2 days a week practices and playing on the weekends. Okay. It's a lot deeper than that. All right. It's very few organizations that really truly develop. Okay. Now, then you have exposure. Okay. You got to be making sure that, make sure they are providing all the services required for the development. No doubt. You know what I'm saying? You have to. That's the most important thing at this youth baseball level. And I understand. And listen, I'm gonna talk about the travel ball thing, but parents, you know what I'm saying, you need to be held accountable too. All right. It's cool to have, the big fake E-Trip rings and stuff and winning, and because we all play the game to win. All right. But understand, you have a small part in it. I say a large part in this too. All right. You have to understand that with development may come losses here and there, and I know it's tough. I deal with it right now too. All right, but man, you have to be really understanding, what's, what the big picture is. So it may not be too many wins early. The best thing is if you could if you get an organization that has all 3, all right, that gives you the great exposure when it's that time, that's developed you, and they win, then you got something. All right. I'm a part of a club in California, and we are a nonprofit. We don't make any money off teams. All money goes back to the team for the next season, no doubt. That's the way to do it. All right, if that's your program. Again, I'm not against guys that make money off of this. I don't want to be here in a bash money making guy. I don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just talking about the intentions. What are the intentions of the group? What are the intentions of, that's my thing. You know what I mean? Because if it's, to make money, you know what I'm saying, parents, you're going to see that. You're going to feel it. All right. You can mask one or two players getting signed in. If I run the program for 5 years, you know what I'm saying, and I got ages 12 to 18 or teenagers and all of that, I am going to run into a kid or two that should be just percentages say that's going to get opportunity to play in college. Just percentages say that, right? But if I go on market like I do all this here and there, and I get every kid into school here and there, and I start bringing in kids here and there, and I'm not really truly doing anything, because sometimes that's what it is. All right. And then you got an organization that gets so big, they got so many players that, you know what I'm saying, it's extremely hard to get, you got 4 or 5 18-year-old teams and 3 or 4 17-year-old teams and 2 or 3 15-year-old teams and 16s and all of that. It's very hard, you know what I'm saying, to get everybody the exposure, the looks and all of that. You can go to a perfect game and all of that, but there's 10, 11, 12, 15 guys on there, you know what I'm saying? So as long as expectations are being met, and you're not, saying that this is an elite team and everybody's going to go to college and it's supposed to be an elite team, and you know that it's not, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Now, that's just me. I'm going out there. And I don't want to tell everything I'm going to be talking about next month. Maybe there may be a lot of losses at the end of the season. Did my child learn? No doubt. And then listen, if there's good baseball being played and they're learning and being taught well, and you start seeing progress, wins come automatically, because the game of baseball, talent usually here and there wins, but if you play any 4 or 5 game, whatever, all right, if you pitch good, you play good defense, and you got 1 or 2 timely hits, you can win most games, okay? What happens is you don't get the good pitching and all of that. They don't pitch strikes, like they walk a lot of guys, they make errors, and that's when the scores get outrageous and the parents get upset. And, but again, baseball, and I'm making it sound a lot easier than what it is, but if you pitch halfway decent and you catch the ball and you get 1 or 2 timely hits, you're in every game, win or loss, all right? So again, you can teach all the hitting lessons and then the pitching lessons here and there, but in the game action, I ain't saying you don't have to strike everybody out, all right? You can put the ball in play as weak contact, let the infielders make the infield, catch the ball, let the outfielders catch the ball, couple guys walk, get on base, couple scoring runs, get a couple, key hits, and you should be in every game, all right? Again, I understand it's a lot easier said than done, okay? But a AA team can go and compete against a AAA team with that mantra, all right? You know what I'm saying? It's not extremely hard, all right? I'm as far as like on the surface, okay? Trust me, I understand it's hard to catch every ball and not make errors, especially talent level and age group wise. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have mistakes, okay? But as far as the concept, all right, the broad view, catch the ball, pitch good, catch the ball when it's hit, and timely hit it, all right? You ain't got to bomb away, and you be in most games. A AA team can compete halfway decent with a major league team and a youth level if they do those things. Catch every ball, don't walk nobody, all right, and get a couple timely hits, all right? It's a game of baseball. So, and does it cost thousands of dollars and all that? Who's to say? All right. I just kind of get fed up sometimes with these organizations and parents feeling like they need these organizations and, big time organizations, and I got this kid and all of that. And many of them don't begin letters and signing and like they say they do and all of that. And, y'all be like begging for these teams. And I don't know, maybe I get it. I'm in my own feelings sometimes. I'll be seeing it and I'll be like, I don't see it sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, Lawrence. Okay, cool. All right. Anyway, I wanted to get that message about peaking early. All right. Do not, don't be sweating this, man. That's what I talked about my man yesterday, man. I love the story, man. And he, it's just, as I became older and I started seeing youth baseball, man, You know what I'm saying? Jeffrey, what's up, family? Um, as I started seeing how this game, I started seeing like, okay, that's necessarily why I skipped college and I was drafted extremely high. Like, I was built strong, right out at 17, 18. Like I was over 200 some pounds, I stopped growing, I didn't never get no taller, you know what I'm saying? From the age of about 15, I never got taller. You know what I'm saying? All I did was get bigger and stronger. You know what I'm saying? So I had a man body, you know what I'm saying, out as a 17 and 18-year-old. So I was physically matured. You know what I'm saying? Um, it is what it is. J Maya, yeah, yeah, no doubt. Geography is in course there for a lot, doubt about it. All right. I was talking about this earlier today, I was sitting down in the meeting, and I was talking about the different prices in different areas of the country when it comes to travel ball. All right, what somebody may pay in Memphis, whatever, may be different in Atlanta, or what somebody pays in Atlanta may be different for what somebody pays in Michigan, and what somebody pays in California may be different what they pay in Michigan. So, different, places. And I just talked about this earlier, J. Maya. I told, and again, it's different needs. It's different. You don't want to underprice yourself, or you don't want to overprice yourself neither. You do want to do you know, um, what's given. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, what's the going rate? I should say. My thing is though, and again, it's not. I know it's a lot of money being spent, but I just want to make sure you get the best bang for your buck. That's all. You know what I'm saying? Like what's really truly needed. In this, and I just talked to a major league front office guy. Been around the game 30 years. All right, 1 to 2 showcases. That's it. At least from the pro side. Okay, the pro side. 1 to 2 showcases a year. You don't need to go to every damn showcase. Okay, you think you do. They make you feel like you do. 1 to 2 showcases. Okay. And that's what I tell all my parents. 1 to 2 showcases, high level showcases that you think your son is ready for and can afford. Okay. And the rest you go travel and take your butt on to campuses and get on their campus. All right. That's what's needed. That's what you really need. And could that equal up to 5, 10,000? With travel, yeah, maybe. All right, if you're flying here, flying there, but you don't have to give 4,000 here and there to a travel ball organization for that. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to do that. Just join. If you get that good, they'll take you. I witnessed D in high school. He was a man earlier. I appreciate that, Oscar. No doubt, man. All right. You know what I'm saying? And I saw it. I didn't understand that. You know what I mean? I knew I was big and strong, but when it comes to kids around the country, it matured. I was one of those kids that matured early. Now the game, I had to learn the game when I got into the pro game. You know what I'm saying? From playing 30 something games a year to now playing every day. I had a lot to learn, but physically, I was there. I had the physical tools. You know what I'm saying? I just had to learn how to play. So, but I didn't have to worry about growth spurts and all. If anything, I had to worry about gaining too much damn weight. You know what I'm saying? Especially, when I graduated 215 pounds. You know what I'm saying? And I I quickly, within 2 years, I was 235. You know what I'm saying? Playing every day at that weight. So where guys, telling me now 170, 175, 180 pounds. Again, I'm my own thickness, and here I get it. You know what I'm saying? But I entered high school at 100, damn near 175, 180 pounds. So, um, you know, it is what it is. I definitely was a thick ass dude. So it's all it is. Maturing faster. Maturing faster. The Speaking of that, so I talked to my boy Dallas, and we're talking about the travel ball thing. All right. I'm really we'll talk about after I get to this webinar part. Okay. I'm want to have the webinar first, and then I'm gonna kind of follow behind it, man. I got some real exciting things. I kind of mapped out my goals of what I want for 2021. I took the time to do that, man. The That's a whole nother subject. If cost is an issue, consider playing for the smaller top teams and allow your child to develop, and then move on when your child is ready. No doubt. And listen, it's all right being a big fish in a small pond. You know what I mean? It is okay with doing that. All right, because it's that is a lesson learned there. You know what I'm saying? When you are, it could be frustrating, and everybody wants to play with the top kids and play good baseball. Okay, My thing is pick up 1 or 2 times and do that at the top, whatever, man. But don't feel like, you know what I'm saying, like, oh, this kid here. And, you know, like I dealt with that one time, this kid. And it actually cost him, I truly believe in my heart of hearts, it cost him a scholarship. All right. One of my kids, I had a bunch of raw kids in my showcase team. All right. There was a bunch of, you know, I had kids that got cut. And, you know, I took personal pride in giving them opportunity to play. You know what I'm saying? If you had some tools, I'm like, yo, come on, let's go. So I had a bunch of kids that were at bigger programs that got cut, you know, out of high school. You know, I had one kid I talked about last year, got cut from his high school team after his freshman year, and he still had Division III offers to play. All right. But he was a 6'6" runner, had a plus, you know, a plus arm. He just struggled sometimes, you know, from time to time consistently with the bat, but had power, had tools. But he went to a, you know, this big time high school, and they cut him after a freshman year. All right. But I was taking on projects like that, kids that, you know, were at big time programs, big time travelable organizations. All right. And not playing and sitting on the bench or whatever, but had tools. You know what I'm saying? Those are the project kids, you know, the kids that I took those are the projects that I took on. You know what I'm saying? I pretty much everybody on my team could run, you know, could run. All right. And, you know, I struggled with the main thing was pitching. That was the main thing. But most of my guys can play. They can catch. They can field. You know what I'm saying? I had an athletic team, raw team. All right. 80%, 85% African-American, just straight raw athletes out there playing. Okay. All right. So it frustrated me at times. All the times they came through. You know what I'm saying? And I love to see, you know what I'm saying, just straight raw athletes play some ball. All right. Terrell, what's good? What up? What up? What up? All right. So I'm looking at it like this, like, yo, the one kid happened to be my best kid, used to get so extremely frustrated. We make some errors, and just one day we were all in our feelings, and a couple of errors being made. It was hot. You know, we played 2 or 3 games, and in a couple of days, we was at a college, it was at a showcase in front of some college coaches. And it was some D1 coaches that really liked my dude. And I talked about this. I actually did it live the next day at the location in the showcase. All right. And my dude played down to the competition, meaning he was getting everybody was making errors, but my dude got so frustrated that he started, you know, losing focus himself, not knowing that the college coaches, they don't care what the damn shortstop is doing. They don't care whatever, because they come to look at you. All right. But he got all in his head and being like, oh, we ain't playing good, we whatever. So he started losing focus and moping around, and it was hot and all of that. Ultimate opportunity got wasted. All right. It was their third time to see him. So they basically was trying to make a strong evaluation on that kid. It's third time seeing him, and they said, listen, we like the kid, but we saw him play, whatever, and we want him to walk on instead of getting him an offer. All right. And they didn't just flat out tell me, but I promise you it was because of his showing over there. My point being, all right, he was clearly my best kid on my team. All right. But he let the other kids kind of, you know, the errors and all that kind of get to him. All right. And he felt like, you know, kids getting their feelings, and they were like, oh, so he kind of just started throwing the ball around himself, but not knowing that these college coaches in the stands looking directly at him. That was the perfect opportunity to show what you got. That's mental toughness. Like, hey, you're going through it. You know what I'm saying? You're still, you know, the one that they want. All right. As long as you can every team can make 20 errors on that team here and there, right? But as long as you do your thing, who cares? All right. And I remember this another story and a quick story. When I was in high school, my agents at the time, you know, they were my agents and stuff, right? But they were wanting to represent me. And we came, and they came to one of my games, and we just happened to play one of the smallest high schools in that New York area, and that team was sorry as hell, right? And they were making errors here and there, and I could have kind of gave in myself. You know, we weren't sorry, you know what I'm saying, but they were sorry. And I could have felt sorry and all of that, and kind of took it lightly on them. No. I think I went 3 for 4 with 2, you know, and I knew, I was like, yo, these dudes are going to think that all these high school, all these teams from this area look like this and all of that. And I thought of that, but I was like, I very well could have been like, oh, I feel sorry for him. Let me just let up a little. No, people's watching. Let me go ahead and get my knocks. We beat them 30-something, whatever, 3, and I felt bad for them, but I didn't feel bad enough that I was going to get my hits. You know what I'm saying? I tell everybody, be selfish in this game. All right? Within the team atmosphere. Because if you go out there with intentions of a man on second, I want that RBI. I'm going to get that RBI in. I want to get 2 or 3 hits a game. I'm going to make every play. You know what I'm saying? Those type of selfish thoughts will help out the team. All right? Be extremely selfish with this team, with this game. Okay? It's so many ways to be selfish. And because everybody thinks selfish is a negative term when it comes to team sports. All right? Baseball, you can be a team player. You could be extremely selfish and be a team player. You can do all the selfish things, all right? Because you can have, again, what I mean by selfish is when I step in the box, I want to get a hit. When that guy's on second base, I want to run, not nobody else. I don't want to leave it to nobody else. I want to get that guy in, all right? If it's a ball, you know what I'm saying, close to me in a gap or an infield and all, I want to make that play, all right? I want to put up my numbers. Because if I think like that and all of that, ultimately, I'm going to help the team out. And you have to be extremely selfish in this, all right? I say be extremely selfish within the team aspect, all right? Not sitting here and like, selfish ball and selfish ball to me is negative selfish balls when a man is on third base and you want to get that guy in, but you chase a 3-2 fastball way up and all of that because you just got to get him in. That's selfish baseball. That's negative baseball. You want the attitude of, hey, I want to knock this guy in, all right? But if they're going to walk you, let them walk you. You know what I'm saying? Because, again, that's being selfish, too, because your on-base percentage goes up, and now you got a chance to get a run scored, all right? What happens in the youth baseball space and stuff, everything is necessarily about batting average and on-base, all of this type of stuff, all right? The damn name of the game is RBIs and runs scored, all right? All right. How many times you prevent somebody crossing the plate and how many times your team crosses the plate. That's the name of the game. All right. If everybody you can have 3 hits, but you ain't knocking. I forgot who talked about this the other day about having, I think Lou Collier talked about this. We talked about this all, because you can hit 3-something, 320, 330. I think Carl Nichols said that. All right. But if you're just getting singles and clogging up the bases, what are you there for? You know what I'm saying? But if you get that same single with somebody on second base and you now as a productive AB, now you're doing something. All right. That's a selfish AB. You want your numbers. All right. And I'm so happy that Bobby talked about the mentality of a pro. I just want you guys to understand the mentality that goes into this, of the grand scheme of things. All right. I didn't kill it, you know what I'm saying, Major League wise here and there, all right? But, I had a mentality that, I'm cool and I wanted everybody to succeed, but not if it came down to me and you know what I'm saying? All right? I would fight for my playing time and, walk into Lou Piniella's. I talked about this story all the time and people thought I was crazy. But I used to get so mad, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I saw how fickle, how today you're the man and tomorrow you ain't this, or we don't need you no more, go home. And God, you know what I'm saying? Like, I see how this business goes. It's such a cutthroat, type of business. So you got to have a mentality of like, I got to get mines. And if you hold me back, I gotta not only, I can't just say it, I got to go out there and perform on the field. I don't encourage no kid to go out there and talk back to, I never talk back to a coach, all right? But you best believe I walked in the office just like you do in your office. You feel like you're being disrespected, anything like that, all right? I ain't got to be a multi-million-dollar player to knock on your door and be like, yo, I don't feel like you giving me the opportunity that I need. Like, yo, put me out there, all right? I ain't telling you how to coach and all of that, but I'm going to come through for you, here and there, all right? Forget all you keep saying this dude here. You like this dude, you know what I'm saying? Forget him, all right? That's how this thing is, man. You heard Bobby talk about that, man. It's like, yo, what can I do to outwork this guy? He doesn't know right now, but I'm trying to take his job. That's the cutthroat business that's professional baseball, man. It starts in college, man, from stuff that I've been hearing, all right? You heard college coaches talk about, like, yo, their job is to find your replacement, and you could be a freshman. You know what I'm saying? That's their job. All right. You are the flavor of the month till you get on there and start playing. All right. Just best believe that next year they're trying to find your replacement. And then it's definitely no different in pro sports. Definitely no different. All right. People smiling your head will be smiling your face and be stabbing you hardcore in the back. All right. And it gets cutthroat. All right. Because we kind of poo-poo this youth baseball, and I get it. Now again, it's all in the youth space. All right. But I used to tell my 13-year-old team this, and I used to tell my 13-year-olds, and they used to look at me crazy. But I was like, yo, you understand that when so-and-so hit a single, you at second base and you lollygagging, and you don't get a strong secondary, and I can't score you from third base, from second base because you didn't take a good secondary, and you cost your man an RBI, and this 13-year-old is just like, they don't think nothing of it. And it's like, oh, man, he didn't score. Oh, he's too slow and all of that. It's like, nah, all right. When you get on that stage, on that level, and again, I'm just hipping you guys to what it is about. You know what I'm saying? I don't, you guys can be like, oh, my son is just a 12-year-old. He ain't got to worry about that right now. But again, it's the principle. I'm understanding like, yo, what it takes. All right. So you want to be prepared. It's actually, I'm hipping you to game. All right. I've seen guys fighting guys over not scoring from second base. I've seen guys over there be ready to fight and all of that because you didn't go hard after a ball and all that, which cost them a run scored. This is their livelihood. All right. This is their livelihood. This is, a runs, a ERA going up another point or two. You know what I'm saying? Another run, I should say. All right. Or average going down, or RBIs at the end of the year. That's how you get paid. That's how you get evaluated. It's run scored, RBIs, batting average, and all of that type of stuff. So if you ain't scoring on a ball that you kind of, it costs guys money. So learn how to, you know what I'm saying? Like this is what it's about. All right. I know y'all ain't ready for all of that. No, y'all ain't ready for all of that. I'm sorry, man. I don't mean to get y'all. I don't want to scare y'all too much. All right. Because this is, that's the business part of the game. All right. And I just want you guys to understand that, when you're playing on bad teams and all of that, scouts know, recruiters know, they know the game. They know if a guy didn't get a good jump at second base, cost you an RBI. They understand that. You may not say nothing, but they understand that. All right. But when you go on the top in the professional rankings, especially you're going to get, fined or something at second base sometime because everything is just about money up there. All right. You don't get a bunt down when they call it. It's money. You steal, and they didn't give you the sign and you get caught. It's money. You know what I'm saying? I remember the major leagues, right? I never had to bunt until you get to the major leagues. I've always been a 3, 4, 5 hole hitter my whole life until you get to the major leagues and you bat 7th, 8th, and 9th, and they expect you to bunt. And I remember I was playing the interleague against the Cardinals, all right? And I didn't get a bunt down, all right? I didn't get a bunt down. And all of a sudden, at the again, I don't even think we won or lost. I can't remember, all right? But I remember I didn't get a bunt down. I felt like crap. And all I remember was feeling like crap. Again, this is the real raw D talking. I can get a bunt down in batting practice all day. Boom, and again, I will go through the motions. Okay, I've been I've been a 3 holder my whole life. Power, boom, average hitter, whatever, right? Until you get to the major leagues, all right. You know what I'm saying? Until you get to the major leagues, and now you called upon bunting, and I'm like, I'm facing somebody throwing 95 miles an hour and expected to get that bunt down. I'm used to driving that runner in, but they got me bunting. And again, I had to get it down. You best believe, all right? After the game, like, yo, go see Skip, all right? Yo, D, you owe me $250. You ain't get the bunt down. And it's just, you're in the league, $250 ain't too much, you know what I'm saying? But it's still, you know what I'm saying? It's $250 that kind of come out of my pocket. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't no, hey, get the bunt. Why you missed the screaming? No, it's just like, yo, you might have cost us a key run in the game. And on this scale and on this level, one run means everything. All right. You owe me $250. Next time it'll be $500. Come out tomorrow for early work bunting. That's what's it's about. You know what I'm saying? And I had to talk last night with a kid, and I was having a conversation. He was 5'9", good kid, could swing it. And he said he could bunt. I asked him how many times he's bunting again. He said, I only got one base hit bunt, the whole season. And I was like, what? And I was like, yeah, nah, challenge yourself, man. Bunt every 2 games. I want you to bunt at least one time every 2 games. Every 6 ABs, you better be bunting. Learn that skill. Kids not tagging up at third on a fly ball hurts the batter's batting average and RBIs. That is why going from first to third is so important. Help the next batter's RBIs, totals, and sac flies do not affect batting average, and no doubt. And it's just playing the game. It's just playing the game. I had a big talk about this last year and all, and I could kind of talk about, at a high school level, if you get halfway hit, all right, there's a formula to understanding how to just hit. Now again, I'm talking about impact bat and hitting RBIs and all of that, but just from a strictly an average, high average, which again, if let me say that, but there are plenty of guys that go D1 that don't have necessarily high batting averages and stuff, which kills me sometimes, but you should be dominating high school. But there's a formula. If you get halfway hit, especially if you got speed. If you got speed and halfway hit, you should not be hitting below 380 to 400. All right? There's a formula to this, okay? Shorten up the season. All right? And I'm going to just give you this. I talk about this all the time. I talked about this in the last 2-3 years, all right? If you take 100 ABs, all right, 100 ABs. I'm not saying going up there with walks, but you got sacrifice flies, you got sacrifice bunts, all right, and you got walks, all right? Them the ways you save your ABs, meaning, all right, you may not get a hit that day, all right? So what happens in our mind, you 0 for 2 and you got a guy on and you like, I'm going to get the hit. I'm going to get a hit, all right? But in the grand scheme of things, if you're playing every day, okay, and you may get 100 ABs, all right? Find out how to get those sack bunts if you got speed, meaning every time a guy on first base, less than, 1 out, or no outs especially, all right? If you ain't a damn impact bat, meaning like you got super duper pop, lay the bunt down, especially if you got speed, all right? Bunt for a base hit, all right? It doesn't have to be a perfect bunt, but a nice, perfect bunt where, it could be bang, bang. Half the time, the guys may make an error. You may squeeze out a hit. Worst case scenario, you get out. You move the guy to second base. You're a team player. That's selfishly thinking. That's a selfish way of playing baseball, okay? Because deep down in your mind, you bunted for a base hit. But you play team ball because you got the guy to second base, you got out, and now you're with a sack. You know what I'm saying? This is baseball, all right? So now you're going into your second AB or your third AB, you're 0 for 1 or you're 0 for 0 with a sacrifice bunt, all right? Man on third base and hit that ball in the air, all right? Get him sack fly, boom, all right? Strikeouts are the worst, all right? But even if you strike out here and there, get you one hit, you 1 for 2 going into the next day. Hey, yeah, you want to go 1 for 3, but take your walks. So now you 1 for 2, all right? The next day you may go 0 for 3. All right, couple bad ABs, boom, boom. You try to mix in your walks. Not going up there with intentions of take, but mix in your walks. Nowadays, that's like a forbidden word, walks, okay? Everything's high strikeouts, home runs, and all that type of stuff, all right? To hit for a high average, you got to get to that major league first to hit all them home runs, all right? You better be able to dominate numbers-wise, okay? So if you take 100 ABs, or I can narrow it down to 10, sacrifice bunt if you got speed, a man on first base. Every time somebody's on first base, if you got speed, all right, every time somebody's on first base, with no outs, especially, all right. And if you up or down a couple of runs here and there, lay the damn bunt down, all right. You may squeeze out a hit. Worst case scenario, you get a sack bunt. Now you 0 for 0 going into your 2. Most of high school games, you get 3, maybe 4 ABs. So now you don't shorten up. Now you got 3 ABs to work with, all right. You get 2 knocks, now you're 2 for 3 instead of 2 for 4. All right. Worst case scenario, you go 0 for 3. 0 for 3, preferably 0 for 2 with a walk, a sack bunt, or a sack fly is so much better than a 0 for 4. The 0 for 4 is tough. All right. 0 for 3 is the toughest you want to do. You're mixing a walk. You better feel good about your day. You got up 4 times, you took a walk, you hit a ball hard, you go 0 for 3, that's cool. All right, it's tough, but you go home and you be like, all right, I got up 3 times here and there. All right, tomorrow, go out there and get it. Don't try to, make up for 3 ABs and try to get 1 hit, 3 hits and 1 AB. Nah, play the game. Sack bunt, boom, get a base hit, 1 for 2, 2 for 3. You go home over there now now you're hitting 300 now. All right, you're 2 for 3. Now you're at 333. All right, going into the last day of you try to segment it 10 ABs. All right, work your walks, sack bunts. All right, get you a 1 for 2 you know what I'm saying, type of day with a couple of sack bunts or a walk here and there. You're 1 for 2. Now you're sitting home for a great week, a great weekend. You had about 12, 13 plate appearances, but you're going home 4 for 9. All right. You know what I'm saying? That's how this game is played. I didn't know this until the pro side. I really didn't, because I was so used to hitting. I got to get my hits. I got to, you know what I'm saying? Instead of taking my walks, being okay with an 0 for 2 with a walk or 2. All right. Understanding like, all right, tomorrow I gotta get a couple more, because all I tried to do, I never tried to go 4 for 4. I wasn't realistic. That was me. All right. I said, if I got up 4 times, I just said, listen, I just want my timing. And when you get up at that level, you just want your approach to be right, to give yourself the best opportunity, because you can put best timing, the best approach and all that, and square up a ball and still get out. Okay. And you got to be happy with that AB. All right. Because sometimes you're late and you loop a hit and something like that, and you still get your knock. But you got to be understanding that, every time I walked into the game, I said, listen, I want 2 out of 4 quality at bats. And what I mean by that, I don't mean 2 nit hits. I just meant I knew for a fact my timing was on, my approach was on, I wasn't leaking, I wasn't jumping at the ball, my balance was on. If I can go 2 out of 4 times, you want to do it every time, but I was realistic. If I can get that 2 out of 4 times where everything is working in unison, I saw the ball go here and there, I feel like I could give myself a good chance, and I could go 2 for 3, 2 for 4 for that day. All right. Did that mean that I got 2 hits every day? No. All right. But I gave myself the best chance. All right. That's all you hope for. All right. We take hitting lessons and all, the swing wise and all that. All you want to do is be balanced and be on time. That's the approach. That's a major league approach. All right. Because if you're late and you're off balance, your bat path and everything's going to be all messed up and jacked up. And that's what I see with a lot of ball players. They get all fed up and like, oh, my swing ain't right here and there. It's like, yo, your timing ain't right. Your balance ain't right. If you get your balance and your timing right, you're working unison, most times your swings are going to be okay. Does that mean you're going to get hits? No. But all you want is to be balanced and all of that. All right? And I'll leave you with this and I'll be out here. I mean, Hall of Fame George Brett, I talked about this many times. He was like, Brownie, he said, the difference between the Hall of Fame hitters, all right, and D. Brown, all right, was 200 ABs per season in a major league season. All right? You get 600 ABs in a season, 600 plate appearances, all right? He said, Brownie, he said it's going to be 200 ABs where you just are on point, meaning your timing is on, your swing is great, you just feel locked in, all right? He says it's going to be 200 ABs, Brownie, all right, that you're going to feel like crap, and you got to battle, all right? Your timing is off, you're late on the fastballs and early on the changeups, you're in between, and you just feel like crap, and you got to battle, all right? He said the difference is that middle ground, that 200 ABs in the middle, that's the difference between the guys that stay in the major leagues and play a long time in the major leagues and the guys like myself, all right, that was up and down, all right, is those middle 200 ABs, all right, where you kind of don't feel like this every day and you kind of don't feel bad on whatever, all right? How do you squeeze out those 20 to 50 hits in that, you know what I'm saying, plus, in that time frame, all right? How do you get that? How do you know what I'm saying, how do you squeeze out those hits when you in between, all right, when you don't quite feel that good, all right? Because you're going to feel like crap and you're going to feel extremely good, you know what I'm saying, those 400 ABs, is those middle ground ABs. And them the guys that are the great hitters, the Cabrera's and the Trouts, and all right, it's those 200 ABs in there, all right? They squeeze out 60, 80 hits out of those 200, all right? Well, the guys are not so much, you know what I'm saying, they're bouncing, they're getting 10 to 20 plus hits in that middle ground 200 ABs, all right? High school season, all right, narrow it down to high school season, all right? Let's just say you get 60 ABs in the high school season, all right? 20, you're going to feel extremely good. 20, you're going to feel extremely bad, all right? It's that 20 in the middle, man, all right? You're going to get your walks during that time, all right? You got to squeeze out a base hit that you don't feel good. You got to be happy with a 1 for 3, when you don't feel good. You got to be happy going home with a 1 for 3 where you squeezed out that base hit at the end and you went 1 for 3, and that 1 for 3 will feel like you went 3 for 3. And you got to be happy with that, all right? Those 20 middle ground ABs, all right? That's the difference over there in this baseball thing, man, all right? Sometimes it just comes down to those guys that 20 to 30 ABs in the minor league season, and maybe 60 to 80 ABs in the major leagues is a couple hundred ABs in the middle. If you get a chance to play every day, that just makes or breaks guys' careers. All right. So I'm hoping I hit you to some game. Got a little hitting lesson. Got to talk about peaking here and there. Just real talk from the day, man. All right. You talk that hitting stuff all day. All right. So anyway, Greg, I appreciate you, brother. All right. All right. So tomorrow, all right, I will be on tomorrow, Friday. I may not be on tomorrow. On Friday. I'm sorry, on Friday. But Lou, what's good, family? What's good? What's good? All right. Ray Sean, what's good, family? All right. Let me see here. Sharice said, exactly. To succeed, you must be selfish. Baseball is a selfish sport, no doubt. All right. Lindell, what's good, my guy? All right. Brother, I think a lot of it weighs in on the parents too. Mom works for a company, so get sponsorship cabbage, no doubt. All right. There's ways and opportunities to get a lot of that money knocked off. All right. So anyway, that's my time, man. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. All right. Sign up for the Waco Showcase. All right. If you are in and around the Texas area for next weekend, sign up and let me know the people that said they were interested. I will be reaching out to you guys and send you that link. All right. No later than tomorrow morning for the webinar that's on December 8th. And remember, if you're still listening in, if you want that free webinar when I kind of dig deeper into the travel ball organization, that'll be be a good thing. All right. And my boy just told me this too, man. I have my son in here listening. Good stuff. Good, Reg. I appreciate that, man. All right. Oscar said that, man. Serge, what's up? And I want to say, man, I need to even call my dad for this. I want to say Happy Veterans Day, man, to my military out there, man. All right. Shout out to my boy Russ for reminding me. All right. Shout out to my pops, man. Vietnam veteran himself. Okay. 25 years in the military himself. So happy Veterans Day to all the veterans out there. All right. Shout out to Rudy Brown out there. All right. Vietnam vet himself. And I appreciate your service, man. Thank you for you guys, what you do, man. Thank you, Russ, for reminding me about that. All right. Happy Veterans Day. All right. Shout out to my pops out there. All right. So I will tomorrow. All right. I will definitely be on tomorrow 4 p.m. Friday, I don't know yet. All right. It's definitely something. Happy Veterans Day, all the vets out there, and thank you for your service, no doubt. All right. It's definitely a lot of times, such in these times, man, military cops and all of that. Listen, I've had my run-ins and all of that, but military cops and all of that, man. I know veterans is different from the cops, man, but it is what it is, man. We need these dudes. All right. So shout them out, show them love. All right. So using my pops be listening too, man. But appreciate your service. Thank you guys. All right. I'm gonna say peace and love to you guys tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern. All right. Love you, and I'll see you guys. All right. Take care.